A few weeks ago, you were named the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year. Time asked you to define your year in one word, and you said historic. We can do better. We can give you 2 words to define your year. What would they be if you could do that?
2 words?
2 words.
That is hard. I would say, like, I don't know, life-changing maybe?
That's a great one. I think that's
all in a good way. Like, I mean, things just change really fast, like, as you guys know. Like, that's just how the world works, and especially with social media, people see a lot of your life, but that's what makes it fun and why I've had so many cool opportunities too. So it's crazy, like, looking back at a year ago today or around this time, like, I was just beginning my senior year of college.
Picture this. You just graduated college, diploma in hand, feeling unstoppable. Suddenly, you're thrust into the WNBA spotlight. For A'ja Wilson, it was more of a challenge than a dream.
Well, my goodness. Is it just me, or are WNBA players sort of full of themselves? A'ja Wilson loves to do 2 things. 2 things. Play the victim, and is completely delusional as well, I guess. She's petty, too.
For Caitlin Clark, it's a dream come true. For A'ja Wilson, it's a struggle. While A'ja calls the schedule brutal, Caitlin is thriving, calling her rookie year life-changing. Is A'ja right, or is Caitlin just built differently? Let's break it down.
Coming back, like, do you feel like as like professional athletes, you guys have like the most like stressful, like strenuous, like careers?
Yeah, for sure.
A'ja Wilson recently stirred debate on the Roommate Show by claiming the WNBA has the toughest schedule in American sports. Yes, she really said that.
I feel like for us, like, we don't have, our rookie orientation is not like anything too crazy. It's literally like, obviously, like a day before the draft and you're sitting there and you're talking, but it's like we don't get to go work out for teams. We don't have a combine.
Before diving in, let's compare to other sports. MLB players play 162 games in 6 months, almost daily. NBA and NHL players tackle 82 games in the same time frame. That's a lot of action.
Like, you literally go from college. I remember it was like, I went in, I got drafted. I literally did training camp, and I came back to college just to walk to graduate. And then I had to go play my first preseason game. Like, we don't have, like, you don't have time to even, like, I remember Jackie was just like, I had to get my draft dress in a matter of a day.
The WNBA season is 40 games over 4 to 5 months, half the NBA's and a quarter of MLB's. Yet, A'ja Wilson calls it the toughest schedule in sports.
And I'm just like, there's no way, one of the biggest nights of my life, I have to, like, be rushed. But you kind of have to. Like, it's college, then you go right into training camp, and then if you play overseas, that's like late October maybe, depending on when your club wants you over, and you're gone. Like, you're going, and then it's Olympic year, and you're going, and it's insane. So yeah, I would have to say our schedule is pretty crazy.
Fans reacted, noting the obvious difference. NBA, 82 games. WNBA, 40 games and 4 months a year. A'ja also complained about the Olympics disrupting the schedule, saying this.
For us, we had 6 Olympians this year. So that's like half our roster gone. And while other teams may have their whole roster, so they can like train, they can
practice, hoop, do all that.
Go on vacation, they can rest. So like, it's a lot. And I'm surprised we did what we did this year, because it was just a lot of just stuff going on. And stuff is the Olympics, but still stuff.
Is A'ja having a moment, or is there more to it? The college to pro transition is tough for rookies, but honestly, every pro athlete faces this adjustment.
A'ja Wilson is the queen of the delusion. She's absolutely the queen of the delusion.
Does everyone feel the same? Not Caitlin Clark. While others complain about transitions, Clark is rewriting the playbook on domination. She's facing the same challenges, but her attitude sets her apart.
Going from college to the pros, I think it's just like the time span. That's just what's so weird about it. It's just so short and condensed. Like, you don't have much time, but at that point, it is what it is. Everybody has to deal with the same thing. So that's what I told myself, is like, there's no point in complaining. Everybody's dealing with it. It's not any different.
It's a good mindset to have.
Yeah.
Imagine playing in the national championship, then being drafted and moving to a new city with just a week and a half of preseason camp. That's Caitlin Clark's reality, and she's calling it life-changing.
So I played in the national championship, and I basically went to the draft right after, got picked, and then you basically pack up and move. Like, you're moving in April, you don't even finish senior year of college, and I guess for you guys, like, what was it? You go to the combine. How long do you have to prepare for the combine? A few months, and then you get drafted, and you still got a little time to get acclimated to the new city.
For sure.
You know, you have camp, whatever. Like, it's not like that. Like, camp for us is like a week and a half.
Right.
And then you're
let's go
on the
play.
court.
Clark is walking the walk. In her rookie year, She won Rookie of the Year, made the All-NBA first team, and broke 62 records. So how's she handling the pressure? Clark says,
I think it was good a little bit too. Like, you don't have time to overthink things. Like, it's just like,
Sure.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
like, you're just
it's
on to the
happening
next.
now.
But
Right.
at the same time, like, you don't, like, I feel like I never really ended the chapter of college. Like, it was just like, you
Right.
up and left. But maybe that's
Yeah.
good. You don't have a lot of time to think about it. So I think that's definitely the weirdest part of, you know, women's professional basketball and obviously college basketball too. It's just that change. But that's kind of how it has to be too. So it's just different. But I feel lucky too.
no whining, just hustle and gratitude. While others complained, Clark appreciated the 2024 Olympics break, using it to bond with teammates and recharge.
We had the Olympic break, so I got a month off in the middle of the season because we had to pause the WNBA season because, you know, the 12 girls go and play in the Olympics and everybody else, you're not doing much. So got like a month off, which I really needed, obviously, because I'd been playing basketball for just a year straight, but obviously so much different from the NFL or the NBA.
Clark sees the challenge as an opportunity and credits her veteran teammates for their support.
Not knowing you nailed it.
Yeah.
Well,
But also, like, I had a lot of really good vets around me too, so I feel very grateful for that. And we had a fairly young team too, so like people had been through it fairly recently, so they knew how I felt. But like, I feel like that definitely is a huge challenge, and that goes for whatever professional sport. Like, you're trying to learn, but also people are looking at you like you got to perform and like be what they drafted you to be, and that can be tough.
Clark's thriving as a rookie, staying humble and hungry. Fans are flocking, TV ratings are soaring, and the WNBA is getting the spotlight. She's changing the game.
You come in as a rookie and like you said, like you're trying to figure out a new environment, new teammates. Like, you don't want to say too much. You don't want to say too little. And it's just so hard.
Clark shows that success and gratitude go together. She turns challenges into opportunities, inspiring a new generation of players and fans.
But like in my scenario, and obviously you guys too, like you're already highly thought of. Like, people are turning to you to like be something or be someone. So it's hard. Like, you're trying to get your feet wet, but also not do too much. And I think that's kind of what I struggled in early on, is like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how they're going to react.
Hold on. Edge is not done complaining. Despite the WNBA's record viewership in 2024, not everyone's celebrating. You think athletes would be thrilled, but that's not the case. Let's break it down.
This is the time, like, we're in the season of women's basketball, and it was so much fun to just like, it was aggravating, I'm not gonna lie, it was super annoying sometimes, because you're constantly, you feel like you have to like reprove yourself, and like you feel like you have to like go out and be like, no, this is what y'all been missing, and it kind of took away the fun of the game, because you felt like you had to like defend yourself and like defend who you are as a player like every single game.
Wilson called the increased attention super annoying, despite most athletes wanting the spotlight. Her issue? Constantly having to reprove herself. But isn't that the point of professional sports, to prove you're the best?
I don't know. You guys are, no, you're like, y'all really, really toxic. I don't think we're that toxic. I think we're pettier. Like, we're petty, for sure.
What's wild here is that Wilson's stance is the complete opposite of what you'd expect. She complains about the attention, but then says people are starting to realize how elite they are. Talk about mixed signals.
Finally giving us like what's been due for, obviously, in our eyes, 28 years.
Before Caitlin Clark, this was the face of the WNBA. No wonder all the ratings and the viewers showed up after Caitlin Clark got involved. This ain't it. This ain't it. I mean, that's delusional on a whole nother level.
The amount of people that have showed up in the stadiums, from the viewership numbers to people really wanting to wear a WNBA player's jersey or buy their merch or whatever it is, or have their shoe. Just how it's evolved in such a short period of time, I think shows everyone, you know, there is real opportunity here.
Expectation is to be one of the best players in the world one day. I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
More history for the FIBA rookie.
At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from that.